Welcome to another video. This one is countries at their peak size explained in 7 minutes, and we are watching countries that no longer exist explained in 7 minutes. It's uh
So you're learning about the Mexican Empire that dominated Latin.
what? Oh wait. I'm Draco and I'm joined by
Room.
nearly almost forgot that.
In this video, you're learning about the Mexican Empire that dominated Latin America, and the Russian Empire that stretched 3 continents, and the British Empire that conquered 25% of the world. And we will
We're
go from
playing Rat
small to
Race.
enormous.
I have no idea.
Austria. Austria at its peak was the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which spanned around 676 square kilometers across Central and Eastern Europe. It was a dual monarchy uniting Austria and Hungary, and included a mix of ethnic groups like Czechs, Slovaks, Poles, Ukrainians.
Yeah. This is the language map and ethnic groups. So obviously you got um, German language. You got Hungary, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbian, Romanians, Italians. It was just a mess. Polish, Ukrainians.
And Croats. Vienna stood as a hub of art and music. It was one of the great powers of Europe, with influence stretching from the Alps to the Balkans. However, rising nationalism made unity increasingly fragile. The empire collapsed after World War I, breaking into several independent nations. Poland. Poland, during its golden age, was the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, covering roughly 1,000,000 square kilometers. It was one of Europe's largest and most populous states, uniting Poland and Lithuania. The Commonwealth was known for its unique system of golden liberty. It was home to a diverse mix of religions and ethnicities, but growing pressure from neighbors weakened it over time. Eventually, it was partitioned out of existence by Russia, Prussia, and Austria. Germany. Germany was at its largest territorial extent during World War II. Nazi Germany controlled around 3,000,000 square kilometers. After annexing Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia and invading Poland, the Third Reich expanded deep into Europe and even North Africa. Germany pursued aggressive militarization, leading to genocide and global war. Despite initial military success, the tide turned with defeats in the Soviet Union and North Africa. Germany was bombarded, occupied, and eventually divided after surrendering in 1945. The war left behind a devastated Europe and the horrors of the Holocaust. Mexico. After gaining independence from Spain in 1821, the first Mexican empire stretched across about 4.9 million square kilometers, including all of modern Mexico and parts of the American Southwest and Central America. It was a short-lived monarchy under Agustin de Iturbide, who declared himself emperor. The empire inherited Spanish colonial wealth and culture. However, the government struggled with internal division and lack of legitimacy. In just 2 years, the monarchy collapsed, and Mexico transitioned into a republic. Though brief, the Mexican Empire represented Mexico's initial experiment with sovereign rule after centuries of colonization. Those empires are just regional or continental empires, but now let's move on to even larger and more powerful empires. Italy. Italy at its peak was the Roman Empire under Emperor Trajan. The Roman Empire controlled around 5,000,000 square kilometers, from Britain to Mesopotamia. It united diverse peoples under Roman law, language,
But that's I mean
kilometers.
this is like a lot. I don't even understand how some people can do it.
From Britain to Mesopotamia, it united diverse peoples under Roman law, language, and culture. Rome was a marvel of engineering, with aqueducts, roads, and cities that still influence modern infrastructure. The empire maintained order through a powerful army, a vast network of governors, and a relatively tolerant policy toward local religions. Latin became the foundation for many European languages, and Roman law shaped legal systems for centuries. Despite civil wars and barbarian invasions, Rome left a legacy that shaped the Western world. Its fall in 476 AD marked the end of ancient history and the start of the Middle Ages. Turkey. The Ottoman Empire reached about 5.2 million square kilometers. With its capital in Constantinople, the empire spanned Southeast Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The sultans ruled a multicultural empire through a mix of military conquest, religious tolerance, and administrative efficiency. The Ottomans controlled crucial trade routes between the East and the West, including the Silk Road and the Mediterranean. Despite
Of I think also, if I remember correctly, I think the Ottomans were like not allowing the Western Europeans to get money or trade from China from because since they controlled the Silk Road right here as well, if I remember correctly. So which basically started the whole colonization.
Internal corruption and European competition, the empire endured for over 600 years. It collapsed after World War I, leading to the birth of modern Turkey, Greece. In just over a decade, Alexander the Great forged an empire stretching 5.2 million square kilometers from Greece to India. After taking the throne of Macedonia, he defeated Persia and spread Greek culture across 3 continents. Cities like Alexandria became centers of learning, philosophy, and science. His rule marked the beginning of the Hellenistic Age. Despite his military brilliance, Alexander died young at age 32. His empire quickly fragmented, but his influence lived on through centuries of art, language, and politics. Japan. At Japan's peak, the Empire of Japan controlled roughly 7.4 million square kilometers across Asia, driven
That's not. That shouldn't count.
What?
That's water.
Like, yeah,
Greenland
unless
is way harder.
unless he's counting strictly land. If he, because if he is counting strictly land, and maybe I don't know. I have to look this up. Corporate colonies purchase large parts of China, Burma, Malaya, the Philippines, Indonesia, Dutch East Indies, and islands in the Pacific. Puppet states like Manchuria. Was that really their only puppet? No, really? Just this useless piece of land of Chinese? Okay, whatever.
by imperial ambition and resource needs, Japan occupied Korea, Manchuria, Taiwan, and Southeast Asia, and many Pacific islands. Tokyo became the heart of an expanding empire with a powerful military and industrial base. The empire enforced strict rule over occupied territories and committed atrocities like the Nanjing Massacre. Japan's expansion came to a halt after defeats by America in World War II. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki led to Japan's surrender in 1945. The empire dissolved, and Japan rebuilt itself as a democratic nation. France. During France's peak, the Second French colonial empire spanned about 11.1 million square kilometers. It stretched across Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. Paris was the center of a global network of colonies, with a French language and institutions spread across the continents. The empire played a huge role in global trade and geopolitics, especially during the World Wars. Post-war decolonization movements gradually dismantled the empire. Iraq. At Iraq's peak, the Abbasid Caliphate controlled about 11.5 million square kilometers, stretching from North Africa to Central
How do they take Crete?
Asia. The House of Wisdom attracted scholars from across the world. The Caliphate became a hub for astronomy, medicine, algebra, and literature. It was a multi-ethnic empire that thrived on trade and intellectual exchange. While later weakened by internal strife and invasions, the Abbasids left a lasting legacy on science and global culture. Now let's move on to empires that dominated the world. Spain. At Spain's height, the Spanish Empire covered about 13.7 million square kilometers.
I mean, you got to be like, wow. What is that? Belgium? I don't know. Parts of France and Germany, Italy, port cities along Africa.
Becoming one of the first truly global empires. Following Columbus's voyages, Spain colonized vast territories in the Americas, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. Gold and silver from the New World fueled its rise, funding palaces, wars, and exploration. Spain became a global language, and Catholicism spread far and wide. Costly wars, piracy, and revolutions eventually weakened Spanish control. Many colonies gained independence, ending one of history's most influential empires. China. The Qing dynasty reached a peak size around 4.7 million square kilometers, making it the largest Chinese empire ever. Ruled by Manchu, it covered a vast population including Han Chinese, Tibetans, and Mongols. The empire expanded west into Central Asia and stabilized its borders through conquest. Trade with Europe increased through tea and porcelain, but internal corruption and resistance to modernization weakened the dynasty. By the early 20th century, revolution entered over 2 millennia of imperial rule. Russia. The Russian Empire expanded to around 22.8 million square kilometers. It stretched
God.
from Eastern Europe Europe to the Pacific, from the Arctic to Central Asia. It was a massive autocracy with vast natural resources. Moscow and St. Petersburg became cultural and political centers of power. The empire absorbed many different ethnicities and faiths. Industrialization came late, and social unrest grew in the 19th century. The 1917 Russian Revolution ended the empire, replacing it with the Soviet Union. Mongolia. The Mongol Empire, founded by Genghis Khan, became the largest contiguous land empire in history, covering roughly 24 million
Like,
Holy shit.
uh, all of China, a little bit of Myanmar right here, of India, Pakistan, all of Central Asia, most of the Middle East, Turkey, entering into Europe, Korea, the Korean Peninsula, Taiwan. I, wait a minute, largest contiguous. So, mm, oh well.
square kilometers. Mongol horsemen swept across Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. Despite their brutal
And like they did this so quick as well, like a limited time boss.
reputation, the Mongols established trade, communication, and cultural exchange. Genghis Khan's successors expanded the empire into China, Persia, and Russia. While the empire later fractured into khanates, its impact on history was immense and reshaped entire civilizations. The United Kingdom. At the United Kingdom's peak, the British Empire controlled nearly a quarter of the Earth's landmass, with colonies on every continent. It became the largest empire in history. London ruled over territories from Canada to Australia, India to Kenya. English law, language, and culture spread globally, as did railroads, infrastructure, and trade. After 2 world wars and rising independence movements, the empire rapidly declined. Today, many former colonies remain part of the Commonwealth, and Britain's global legacy continues to shape the modern world. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.
Hey, that was a good video. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Next. What?
What would be a better
In this
spot
video,
for a mansion? This is kind of it's but it's far away.
Or what are you on about?
GTA,
Oh.
just for that.
This is countries that no longer exist. Let's get it.
you're learning about all the ancient empires. In this video, you're learning about all the ancient empires like the Roman Empire and the Macedonian Empire, and about states that used to be countries like the Texas Republic, and even modern superpowers like the Soviet Union. The Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was one of the most powerful civilizations in ancient history. It stretched across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, introducing Roman law, roads, and Latin-based languages. Its capital
Right.
shifted from Rome to Constantinople in later years. The empire fell due to internal decay, economic troubles, and barbarian invasions. Though it collapsed, its influence shaped modern Western culture, government, and architecture. The Eastern Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire, continued until 1453. The Macedonian Empire. The Macedonian Empire, built by Alexander the Great, was one of the largest empires in ancient history. Alexander conquered Greece, Egypt, Persia, and parts of India. His campaign spread Greek culture
What?
and ideas throughout the known world. Through his death in 323 BC, the empire was quickly divided among his generals. Despite its short lifespan, the Macedonian Empire had a lasting impact on science, philosophy, and art. It helped connect the East and West through culture and trade. The Persian Empire. The Persian Empire refers to several Iranian dynasties, most notably the Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great. It became one of the largest empires in history.
This just looks like the Greek Empire as
Stretching from the Balkans to the Indus Valley region. The empire was known for its tolerance of different cultures, advanced infrastructure, and centralized administration. It fell to Alexander the Great, but Persian influence continued under later empires. Persian culture, language, and governance models had a profound influence on later civilizations. The legacy of ancient Persia still resonates in modern Iran. The Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire was a loose confederation of territories.
what am I looking at?
Rainbow bag of Skittles.
So this what happens when you eat the rainbow.
In Central Europe. It was established by Otto I and sought to revive the legacy of the Western Roman Empire. Although it was called an empire, it was often fragmented and ruled by powerful.
I mean, I'm sorry, but this just looks like a mess. It is a mess.
Looks like a bag of Skittles.
princes and kings under
It's
the
painful to
nominal
look at.
authority
I'm
of
gonna
an
be
emperor.
honest.
Religious conflicts, like
It's painful looking.
Like, it's painful to look at.
the
I'm
Reformation,
surprised you're
the
not
100 Years' War
spazzing out
against unity,
the
Napoleon's rise, and the
crazy
creation of the
borders.
Confederation of the
No,
Realm.
it was. I mean, the main border of the empire is whatever, but it's when you look into the different states. That's when it gets disgusting.
Oh, that was the States?
I have no idea what we were looking at, but I believe that was the states. I'm like, or whatever they or whatever they were called at the time. Let me see some.
Like I said, I don't know what we was looking at.
Yeah, see, this is what I
Oh,
always like to.
no.
This is, uh,
Is it this one?
this is what I always want like to bring up sometimes. This, this monstrosity.
Holy smokes!
I I
Look,
don't.
it is hit it.
So I don't know how they dealt with that, but they did, and it lasted for over 1,000 years.
Led to its final dissolution. Its complex political structure influenced the development of modern Germany. The Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire spanned through the Balkans, the Middle East, and North Africa. It was founded by Turkish tribes under Osman I. It reached its peak
Ottoman.
under Solomon the Magnificent in the 16th century. The empire was a
Holy
major power in both
smokes!
European and Islamic
I had a
realms.
big
It was
onion
known
on
for
his
its
head.
architecture.
That's what everybody calls it, the onion hat.
The empire was a major power in both European and Islamic worlds.
Had a
It was
giga
known for its
onion.
architecture,
Giga onion.
administration, and military might. After centuries of gradual decline, it collapsed following World War I. The Turkish Republic was established in 1923, marking the end of the empire. Its legacy
Let's take
remains
me
visible
back.
in modern Turkey. The Kingdom of Hawaii. The Kingdom of Hawaii was an independent nation founded by King
V drop.
Kamehameha.
Look
Oh
at this
my
man right
god, why he?
here.
I can't tell what he is. Oh, he's Hawaiian?
Yeah, this is the Kingdom of Hawaii before it was annexed by America.
Hmm.
The first
Oahu,
after United.
Hawaii, Hawaii, Big Island, Kingdom of
Wait,
Hawaii. Was it
demographics.
a
50, huh?
Hawaiian dollar? Was it you're like UK land before?
No, I don't think Hawaii was ever a part of the UK.
What?
I don't.
Why got a UK flag on it?
I genuinely have no idea why.
It just felt like it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why does, if I can spell it, have a Union Jack? As a symbol of its historical ties and diplomatic relations with Great Britain, stemming from a gift of British flag. Oh, they were. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Though Hawaii remained independent and never became a British colony, the flag with its 8 stripes for the islands became the flag of the Hawaiian Kingdom, Republic, and territory, and was kept as the state flag to honor this heritage. And if I remember correctly, they who did they slaughter? James Cook.
Whee!
They killed James Cook because some reason I can't remember. Oh, because they thought
What?
it was like
One
so.
fault, one fault.
You good?
This wa- this wasn't here before. What? Oh, they just got rid of this whole section and then turned it into a mansion. Is that what this is? Is this the property? Well,
Hawaiian
I ain't gonna
dollar.
lie, I might buy
Demographics:
Hawaiian
50%
dollar.
Hawaiian, 80% Asian, 50% two or more races, 13% white, and 1.6 other.
Uniting the Hawaiian Islands. It
It
developed a
is this
constitutional
one.
monarchy.
This one.
maintain relations with major global powers. Despite its sovereignty, American economic interests and political pressure led to its overthrow.
Didn't we annex Hawaii over pineapples, or am I tripping?
That would make sense if we did.
All right, one more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did uh
How
okay,
much? For 10 mil, it's $100.
okay, well.
I'm
A
good.
group of American businessmen and sugar planters with U.S. military
Oh,
support deposed Queen Kalani. Hawaii was annexed by the United States in 1898 and became a state in 1959. Its unique culture continues to
Ooh,
influence
I
Hawaiian
like
identity.
that.
The Republic of Texas. The Republic of Texas is an independent country for 9 years after breaking away from Mexico. It faced constant conflict with local tribes and tensions with Mexico, which never fully recognized its independence. Texas struggled economically and militarily, prompting its leaders to seek annexation by the United States. It joined the U.S., sparking the Mexican-American War. Though short-lived, the Republic of Texas is remembered as a symbol of the U.S., sparking the Mexican-American War. Though short-lived, the Republic of
Oh
Texas
my
is remembered for its
God, this
strong
place is
independence and
huge.
frontier spirit. Its legacy still holds cultural and political importance in Texas today. The Papal States. The Papal States were territories in central Italy under the direct rule of the Pope. The Pope held both spiritual and temporal power, making the Papal States a unique theocratic monarchy. The Papal States played a significant role in Italian and European politics, often being allied or opposed to powers. The unification of Italy led to the gradual absorption of papal lands. Rome was annexed in 1870, effectively ending the Papal States. Its culture continues to influence the Vatican's identity. The Confederate States of America. The Confederate States of America was a breakaway government formed by 11 southern U.S. states over issues like slavery and states' rights. Led by Jefferson Davis, the Confederacy fought against the Union in the American Civil War. Despite initial military successes,
ew. Oh. Why is Nebraska so long?
What?
Look at Nebraska. Why is this so long?
Oh my. It's Gigagen!
Washington Territory, Dakota Territory, New Mexico Territory, Indian Territory.
the Confederacy lacked industrial power and international recognition. It collapsed at
I mean, they try to get recognized by France and Britain. Yeah, I know that much.
after General Robert E. Lee surrendered. Slavery was abolished shortly afterwards with the 13th Amendment. The Confederacy remains a controversial chapter in American history. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was a dual state, uniting the Kingdom of Poland and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. It became one of the largest and most populous countries in Europe, known for its unique elected monarchy and noble democracy. The Commonwealth faced threats from powerful neighbors like Russia, Prussia, and Austria. Over time, internal instability and external invasions weakened it. It was eventually partitioned in the late 18th century and disappeared from the map until Poland's rebirth in 1918. Its legacy endures in the shared history of Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine. The Austro-Hungary Empire. The Austro-Hungary Empire was a dual monarchy combining Austria and Hungary under Emperor Franz Joseph I. It included a vast mix of ethnic groups and territories across Central and
Again, this and you can see why it was not going to survive at all. Uh, One,
Why do they have
two,
territory
three,
in
four,
Hungary?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's not territory. That's language. This is the language map, or the ethnic groups. But Hungary was already like a massive country within Europe at the time, even before it became a dual monarch. And which is probably why this part of Europe is so crazy.
Eastern Europe. The empire was marked by internal tension and nationalist movements among its diverse populations. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand triggered World War I. Defeated in the war, the empire collapsed in 1918, and its lands were divided into several new nations. The breakup of the empire reshaped the map of Europe. Russia. Russia was a powerful German kingdom that played a key role in the unification of Germany. Known for its militarism, bureaucracy, and strong monarchy, it dominated northern Germany and expanded its influence across Europe. Russia led several wars, including against Austria and France, to consolidate German land under its own rule. After World War I, its monarchy was abolished and its influence declined. Following World War II, Russia was firmly dissolved by the Allies in 1947. Its legacy remains in Germany's culture, military tradition, and political history. Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia was formed after World War I as a kingdom uniting Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, and later became a communist state after World War II, led by Josip Broz Tito.
Look at this man. Proud Serbian, or whatever he is.
That maintained
My
independence from
bad.
the Soviet Union and played a unique role in the Cold War. After Tito's death and rising nationalism, the country fell into a violent civil war during the 1990s. It eventually broke apart into several independent nations, including Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and others. The war led to massive human suffering and NATO intervention. Its legacy remains deeply felt in the Balkans. Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia was created in 1918 after the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, uniting Czechs and Slovaks into one nation. It was a democratic and industrialized state, but was occupied by Germany during World War II. After the war, it became a communist satellite state of the Soviet Union. Following the fall of communism, Czechoslovakia peacefully split into Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1993. The peaceful nature of the split earned it the nickname the Velvet Divorce. The Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was a communist superpower that emerged from the Russian Revolution in 1917 and was officially formed in 1922. It spanned 15 republics across Europe and Asia, with Russia as its dominant core. The USSR played a major role in World War II, later became a rival to the United States during the Cold War. Economic troubles, political reforms, and independence movements led to its collapse. The breakup resulted in the independence of countries like Ukraine, the Baltic states, and others. Its fall marked the end of the Cold War and reshaped global geopolitics. Thanks for watching to the end, and subscribe so we can hit 1,000 subs. And if you like
You just passed 5,000. Well, I say that was a nice video right there. You get two videos in one.
in this
Hope you
video,
enjoyed
you'll learn
it.
about all the ancient
Okay, you can shut up now, respectively. So you got anything about the videos? Anything to say?
No, not for real. Welcome to our history lesson. Seems like all our videos have history lessons.
Yeah. Well, it. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It just kind of did. It. it
Basically,
basic. It,
don't become too big.
yeah. And I would say try not to have any political instability, but that's gonna be a problem for every country. But either way, um, I enjoyed the two videos, and like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment.
Peace out.